Do not worry. Christ said, therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more important than food, and the body more important than clothes? Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or stow away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not more valuable than they? Who of you, by worrying, can add a single hour to his life? And why do you worry about clothes? See how the lilies of the field grow. They do not labor or spin. Yet I tell you that not even Solomon in all his splendor was dressed like one of these. If that is how God clothes the grass of the field, which is here today, and tomorrow is thrown into the fire, will he not much more clothe you, O you of little faith? So do not worry, saying, what shall we eat? Or what shall we drink? Or what shall we wear? For the pagans run after these things, and your heavenly Father knows that you need them. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. You may be seated.
I think my mic's on. It's good to be back and open again. It's nice to see you here this morning. Welcome to any visitors that are here this morning. I pray that you'll feel at home and that you'll join us for refreshments afterwards so we get to know each other. The Ochsner Clinic in New Orleans studies 500 consecutive admissions and found that 77% of them were because of anxiety. Have you heard this say a person is worried sick? Well, you can worry yourself sick. Worry impacts each and every one of us. If I were to ask how many hands were to go up there for something that you were worried about lately, perhaps over the past week or past month, I'm sure many hands would go up. I like the story about the two mountain boys who spotted a bobcat up in a tree and decided that they'd have some fun. One said, I'll shoot you up a tree and chase that bobcat down and you put him in a cage. The other agreed. And the first fellow climbed up the tree, and when he reached the right limb, he started shaking the tree and the cat came tumbling down. The other little fellow grabbed the vermin by the back of the neck and tried to put him in the cage. There was a terrible commotion. Dirt, fur, and skin were flying all directions. The fellow in the tree called down, "What's the matter? You need help catching that little bobcat?" The guy said, "No, I don't need help catching him, but I sure need help turning him loose." You see, the problem with worry is that it's easy to do, but it's hard to get loose of it. Worry actually comes from an Anglo-Saxon term means to strangle or to choke. Worry has the power to choke the life right out of you. To choke your spiritual life right out of you. For example, what are some things that you worry about? We worry that we'll be left alone for the future. We worry what we will do when we get to the future. We worry that we won't have what we need in the future. We worry about that we might get hurt by someone or something in the future. We worry that we will not make it to the future. So about the future. Now I'd like to make a clarification here. There's a difference, a big difference between worry and concern. Worry actually is an act of becoming immobilized by the present moment as a result of things that are beyond our control. What's going to happen in the future? That's what worry is about. Worry us down. But concern, on the other hand, rightly appropriated, is a sign of responsibility and a caring mind. If you're not concerned about your children playing in the traffic or playing on the 417, well, I would suggest you're a bad parent. There are certain things every day that we need to be legitimately concerned about. There's a difference between carefree and careless. Being concerned about a math test or a job interview is bound to provoke concern. And the command, do not worry about tomorrow, is not an invitation to finesse the exam or to waltz into that interview unprepared. You see, concern focuses on what we can do and what can be done in the moment. That's concern. Worry, on the other hand, is attached to the future, which is beyond your control of mind. You know, somebody said that worry is like shoveling smoke. It will keep you busy, it will wear you out, but it won't accomplish a whole lot. Friends, someone rightly put it this way. Worry never climbed a hill. Worry never paid a bill. Worry never dried a tear. And worry never calmed a fear. Jesus took this fear that we have head on, and he said it in Matthew's Gospel, the Sermon on the Mount, chapter 6. Therefore, do not worry about what? About tomorrow. For tomorrow will worry about its own things. Sufficient for the day is its own trouble. Be concerned about today, about getting the task done. Yeah, there's appropriate concern. But do not place all your energy in tomorrow, which you have no control. Someone has defined worry as the interest we pay to advance today for trouble that will never come tomorrow. And a lot of things we worry about actually never come true in tomorrow. Isn't that true? The biggest problem with worrying and fearing for the future is simply this. From a Christian perspective, worry is like we're acting like spiritual orphans. We're acting as if God did not exist. That God somehow is powerless. Worry is acting like a spiritual orphan, that God does not know the future. He does not know tomorrow. What we're really saying when we worry, and we let it grip us and choke us, is, I don't really believe that